Hello, I'm Adrian and it's Williams Crawford. We're here to wish you a very Merry Christmas. I'm so excited for Christmas, I feel in a really generous mood. Come with me. Well, we thought that it would be fun at Christmas to give each other some presents and to choose 3 Porsches each. Well, it doesn't have to be Porsche because we sell some other stuff as well, but three cars each. Andy, you've got up to 25, up to 50 and up to 100 grand, and anything that you like. Show me what you take.
Okay, so today up to 25,000. I'm going to go, I'm a big Boxster fan, I've got a Boxster myself. I'm going to go for the 981 Boxster S, silver, manual, really practical, usable.
Let's have a look.
Fantastic fun, mid-engine.
Well, you're telling me all the things I already know because I too have a Boxster, a Boxster S. So I've taken it to Italy, gone on track with it, done a bit of competition with it, let my wife drive it when she must. But there's a problem with this, that I see it is £29,000, not 25. And although you're a good negotiator, you're not having that at 25 big ones. So
I think it'll be worth it for the 29. We'll find an extra £4,000 somewhere.
Okay, so that's a 13 plate, good colour combination. In what colour silver is it?
That's platinum silver, so quite a rare silver. A bit more warmth to it than your normal Arctic silver. Or...
Yeah, it's more of a smoky silver, isn't it? I like that. Black inside, manual gears, and a Boxster S. So not many miles on it.
No.
How many miles?
53.
53,000 miles. Okay. All right. Well, if you can find the extra money, it's yours. What's your next one?
So we're up to 50,000.
Yeah, you up
Does
to?
that mean I can stretch to 57?
Crikey, this is going mental.
So 57.
Okay, let's see where this goes.
Let's have an absolute weapon. Let's have a 200 mile an hour car.
Hey.
911, so 997 turbo.
997 turbo. Well, you'd have to
Manual.
be going downhill for 200 miles an hour on one of them.
Oh, it's almost, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they're. I think that is 197 mile an hour if I was playing top
You might
trumps.
be right.
Something like that.
So we can take that to Scotland. We can take it to the south of France. We can use that every day if we want to, and it'll stop as well as it will go.
And very unusual on that car is it's a manual.
Yeah.
6-speed manual, and most of them seem to be Tiptronics, and then you've got PDKs and no manuals, I think, for the Dot 2s.
Yeah, PDK in the generation 2.
But no manuals.
Correct.
Yeah. So if you want a manual and it's the last of them, then it's one of these, I think. How many miles has this done?
This one's done.
I think it's in the 20s, isn't it?
Yeah, just under 30,000.
Okay.
9986.
Red.
But if you're not going to let me have 57, I can spend 47.
Well, before you spend anything more, I bought one of these cars new, and at the time in 2007, I think it was £104,000, and they were making 5 or 10,000 more than that, what we'd call overs, and just a phenomenal car. So by 2008, with a spec that's got, it probably is a £110,000–120,000 car, and with 30,000 miles on it. Biggest problem with 997 turbo? What do you replace it with? That's your snake. You know, those cars are so good. So, all right, what's your?
So just under 50,000.
Yeah, your 50 grand. I don't think would stretch to that because I think we'll be asking 60 for that car.
So it just arrived yesterday. 981 Cayman GTS manual.
Just come round here and speak up a little bit. So 981 Cayman GTS manual. Is that within budget?
Yes. So we'll be at 47.
Mileage?
Mine's 11,500.
I think it looks really nice on the wheels. I don't know what size they are, but they look
Maybe 20.
20 inch.
Yeah.
It's a manual car again.
Yep.
Sport chrono. Black leather. Sports chairs with Alcantara. Is that the way they were?
Yep.
Because it's a GTS.
Yeah.
So Alcantara wheel, it looks more like a GT4 inside.
Yeah, so you've got the more slightly more comfort than the GT4, but almost as much performance. So a little bit more usable than the GT4, but still an absolute flying machine if you want it to be.
How much is it?
47.
47. You can have that for 50, Andy. So let's see where are you going for your up to 100 grand?
Well, up to 100, so so we're having all three, aren't we? We're not just having one.
Yeah, you've got up to 100 now.
So yes, I'm adding to the collection.
Yes.
I've got the Boxster daily.
So, ultimately, I'll have had a really good day because I'll have sold £180,000 worth of cars. So you've got the Boxster, you've got 997 Turbo that you can't afford, frankly. So you're going to have the Boxster and a Cayman GTS. Go for it. Your last one.
I'm going to go slightly left field. I'm going to have to me, the best looking Ferrari in my era, the 355. The Porsche car. Beautiful.
Oh, Andy, that would look good at Christmas.
Yeah.
So 355 GTS gearbox.
It's the F1 gearbox in that one.
What does that mean?
So it's a manual gearbox with an automated shift.
Hey, well done. That's really good.
You threw that at me.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how many horses it is, but it's a beautiful car. How many miles has it done?
Yeah, it's only done 31,000 miles. It's a 1997
Hey, look,
car.
we have quite a big saving here. It is not 100 grand.
No, so I can still have the turbo as well as the Ferrari.
I suppose if we shuffled the budget around a little bit. Beautiful inside. It's here on consignment sale for a local client. I know this one's been beautifully looked after, serviced every year. Really, really good example. And Rosso Corsa with like a biscuit colour, I suppose.
Tan and Nero.
Tan and Nero. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
With Rosso carpets.
Obviously, a Porsche's better, but you know, that is something special. How many miles has it done?
It's only done 31,000.
31,000 miles. 23 years old. Go on then, Andy, sit in it. Let's see whether it suits you. The main thing is, can you get in? Do you look good in it? Look at that. This is how we sell them, ladies and gentlemen. We get customers sat in them and then they can't resist.
I'm happy, so how about yourself?
Well,
So with your, or my imaginary 25,000, I'm going to give you for your first gift.
Yeah.
What are you going for?
okay. Well, we'll swap cameras.
So now it's Adrian's turn. Adrian, you've got £25,000 to spend on your first present. What are you thinking?
Fantastic, I love presents. 25 grand for me. Well, I generally like old school, and I like cars I can use and have fun with and actually enjoy. So it wouldn't be something that would be sort of really fussy. It'd be something that would be fun. I actually think that it's off the wall.
Where are we going?
25 grand. Now I've already got a Boxster like this, which I really like. Oh, that was reserved. Anyway,
Too slow.
We can have that, which is fine because for me, it's a Lancia Fulvia. That,
Beautiful.
to me, is absolutely cool. I could turn up anywhere with it. I don't know whether Lisa would get in it, but that's possibly an advantage. I could turn up anywhere with it. I could have fun. It's going to cost me very little in maintenance because it isn't like your Ferrari. It's a 1.3. It's been beautifully built, and you know, any Lancia of this era that still exists is a big deal, but this one doesn't appear to have ever been rusty. It's really, I want to call it original, but of course it's been modified everywhere for historic rallies. And on the back is probably a dozen different stickers from different rallies it's entered. And that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to be in Italy, in the Alps, driving on Minari Day or the Coppa d'Autunno or something like that, trying to learn Italian, eat pasta and drink wine, drive a car. So not all in that order, mind.
Are you in budget? What sort of price are we?
Well, this is 28,995, but I think I'm in charge of the discounts.
It's your train set, as we say.
It's my train set,
yeah.
and albeit this is a customer's car, so I'd have to sort of negotiate with the customer, and it's here on consignment. So I'm loving that. That is.
So that looks an awful lot of fun.
It's a 1.3 Fulvia from 1976, perfect for historic rallying. It's all done. I wouldn't have to do anything apart from put my name on the door and get my ferry ticket. I'm done. Okay.
So you've done that. So we're moving now to your £50,000 bracket. Your second
probably
present.
Something less sensible for 50, because like a little 1.3 Lancia, how bad could that be? For 50, I think I'd have to take a different experience, a different taste.
I don't know where he's taken me now.
Something that is just, I've seen something just arrive that I rather like.
Which way he's going this time?
Well, it's here, right?
You're going to just...
So this is how I started with Porsche.
Oh wow.
So my very first Porsche was a 1973 Targa, like that, in the same colour. RCH 175M, it was just like that. However, unlike that one, mine was 3,300 quid. But soon after, when I started dealing with them, the cars I used to target were always 911 SCs, 3-litre SCs. And they were usually right-hand drive, and at the time, back in the early 90s, I would pay something like 11 grand, 12 grand for a 911 SC, so it's 1990s, like 91, 92, so that would have made an SC, 12 years old, 14 years old, 15 years old, and usually they'd have done 60, 70, 90,000 miles. Soon after, take me to 1996, and I'm now in Germany buying a Mercedes Evolution, and the man turns up, and he had a 40,000 kilometre 911 SC that I could buy for £11,500. And so I started bringing left-hand drives in, and now Williams Crawford is sort of quite well known for having lefts and rights, and I quite like the lefts because I like going abroad, the ergonomics are better, and very often the actual conditions are better, you know, because they've suffered less with us all splashing through salty roads, puddles and muck and debris. So this would be mine. It's left-hand drive. Sports chairs, it's an 80, I should think about an 82 911 SC. It's originally a US car, but it's had the owner was in the UK, and it's had a very long-term ownership. Non-spoiler I like. The engine and transmission are all good, and the body is good, and the key selling feature for me, it's 45 grand, so I've saved money on that. I'm 5 grand off, which allowed me to buy the Lancia, and I might have still got some left over. I've got 2 grand left over. It's on Group 4 wheels, and I love it. That is a car I could drive from now until they stop me driving.
So on top of that, you're going to go for something £100,000 as well. So your last choice, this has got to be a special one.
Well, my last choice, I haven't really thought it through properly. am back in the showroom.
You're still thinking?
I'm not really thinking, I've got it, I've worked it out, but my original choice was GT40. Because who the hell wouldn't want a GT40? It's 5.7 litres, it's something like, I don't know, blah, horsepower. It weighs about as much as my shoe. And I've driven it, and I love a fast car. I love something that's like competition, that I could use in competition. And this seemed to me like the leariest, most exciting thing I've driven for a long time. However, much as this would be great for competition, and it is road registered, I think I've got some other stuff already that I could use. Yeah, I've got my Lancia, I've got my 911 SC, I've got a little Boxster at home. So the car that I'm going to go for is one that I can love and cherish forever. It's special forever, and my money, because I've had to give you some because of discounts.
The what word?
Discounts. That's staff discounts. It's not
something
for the general public.
No.
Thank you. Because I've had to do that and be kind, I want something where my money is safe, I can enjoy it on occasion, because I've got lots of cars to drive now, and in 5 years' time, 10 years' time, 40 years' time, when I'm completely banned from driving anything other than an electric buggy, I've still got something ever so special. So it'd be this. Now that would surprise a lot of people, because this is something that you'd want to take special care of. It's a 1969 911E, 911E being the sweet spot. It's a 2 litre, but with mechanical fuel injection, and that makes them more responsive and gives them more horsepower than the normal 911T on carbs, but they're not as fussy and not as expensive as a 911S. We sold the 911S for a customer, went to Australia and made, how much did you get for it?
200.
200.
Yeah.
Okay, and this car is 109, so I might have to go down the back of the sofa to find it. But what I like with this car, this is not a restoration, it is a reference car. Anything on this, well, almost anything on this, you could refer to find out how the factory did it, because this is original paint, it's never corroded, never crashed, never modified, and I kid you not, when I open the door, it smells like a new 911 did, like back in the day. This is 1969, and it's exactly as it was in 1969, and I've driven it, Andy, and I don't think you have, but this is a superb driving car.
So where did this start? Where did it start its life, this one?
This is a US car, so left-hand drive. An English one, a British one, would never have survived like this. It just would not have. It would have been splashed around on the roads, then a bloke like me in my 20s would have had it and slid it round corners, and if I'd survived, not hit anything, or worn it out, or ruined it, or modified it, then it would have been restored and so on, and this is not a restored car. This is exactly as it was in 1969. It's done 27,000 miles.
And you won't find another like that?
Well, I've personally, I've never seen anything like it. I like the yellow, I like the cheerful colour, but frankly I would take this car in blue with pink dots if it was in this condition. It is something that I've never seen. I can take this home, polish it, keep it nice, use it on occasion, bore people with how good it is, take it to events, and I feel like I've got something really, really super fine, and my money's, in my view, completely safe. So that's my lot.
That sounds like a pretty impressive Christmas for both of us.
It's going to be a fantastic Christmas.
So we're just going to find the £175,000 each.
Yeah, what we won't do is tell Richard Williams, because he's got the purse strings, and Anthony would be backing him off, and neither of them would like the fact that this afternoon we've given away nearly £300,000 worth. But that's where it is. We hope that some of the customers will make their Christmas come true as well, and I really enjoyed showing you some of our cars. So thanks very much.
Thank you very much.